Hi, I'm Nikki Groom, and I am thrilled to introduce you to our guest for this episode, International Master Trainer John F. Edwards. John has been training professional speakers and facilitators around the world for over 2 decades now. So, welcome, John.
Oh, thank you, Nikki. It's such a privilege and a pleasure to be able to spend this time with you.
Amazing. So, first things first, I'm dying to know what is the Speech on a Beach Masterclass Retreat all about? Who is this for, and what will they learn how to do?
Oh, great question. So this is a retreat, Nikki, that we've been giving around the world for approximately about 2 decades now. And so we're actually hosting it now here on the coast of North Carolina. It's basically a 2-day intensive where speakers, trainers, facilitators can come and they'll be able to lean into the ability to move their impact on the audience to the next level. And we're talking not about manipulation, but how do you ethically improve the impact you're having on your audience members? Now, in order to do that, we've got to leverage neuroscience and we've got to be able to take the current skill sets that you have, identify your strengths, and then maximize those strengths to make you a much more powerful presenter.
Love the sound of that. How is this different, would you say, to other retreats and training programs for speakers and facilitators out there, and why?
Oh, yeah, another great question. Well, when we think about speech on a beach, we're really talking about leveraging neuroscience. I think that so many other programs allow you to come into place and they'll do a lot of wonderful things. They'll help you with your storytelling, they'll help you with your ability to come across eloquently on the platform. But we're not only going to help you with all of those things, we're going to help you to understand the science behind it. For example, we might say to you, Nikki, when you do this, or when you pause here, or when you move to this part of the stage, here's what's happening in the brains of your audience. Here's how you get them to remember the point that you're making. When you repeat yourself after this brief pause, here's what you're doing to this part of the hippocampal region of the brain. And so we're bringing a scientific perspective in. So when you walk away from this event, you can actually apply this to other events that you have, other speeches that you develop going forward in the future. And then, when you take a look at our itinerary, it is really loaded with some really fun stuff. By the way, this is, of course, highly interactive, a small group of people, but our itinerary is loaded with a lot of principles that we'll be teaching you around neuroscience. Of course, you don't have to have your PhD in order to understand what we're talking about. But you see just a few illustrations here. We'll talk about presentation modalities and the outcomes that you get from those, and what's the cognitive intelligence type that you should be focused on right now. We'll actually do body language analysis, which is one of the favorites for our attendees, where we'll literally talk to you about what your body is saying to your audience and how you can be aware of that and improve that. And then we'll take all of that and actually apply it in the moment. You'll get a chance to practice your own presentation, because it's not about making you another John Edwards or anyone else in the room. It's about making you the best you. And so it really hones in on your specific capabilities based on where you are and your current skill set.
You have been training professional speakers and facilitators for over 2 decades now. What types of results do people typically experience when they work with you?
Oh, thank you. Just recently I had an opportunity to work with an Olympic medalist from the U.S. team, and we were working on her ability to give her presentation. She's got such a remarkably powerful story. And what we were able to do is take that story, bring neuroscience principles into it, and make it so emotionally powerful to change the hearts and minds of her audience. And she just applied those principles the other day and sent me a note that said, I got my first standing ovation. Yeah, that's the kind of results we're looking for. Well, the kind of results we're looking for is that by the time you're done speaking, we want your audience to be eager. No, we want them to be hungry. No, we want them to be starving to hear you again. Because when that happens, as speakers, facilitators, and trainers, we're not doing a lot of phone calls. We're not doing a lot of cold calls. We're simply answering a lot of referral calls. And that's the model that our business is based on. We're about 90+% referral business. And that's because when you're really giving the clients value, they'll want to bring you back.
Love that. And neuroscience, you've mentioned it before, but it is at the heart of so much of what you do, including your latest book, Build Your Best Brain. How will neuroscience equip speakers and facilitators that attend this retreat to show up differently and be better in terms of their delivery?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Another great question. Well, I think it's going to do it in a couple of different ways. Number one is confidence. You're going to know that what you have learned is based on proven research methodologies and practices. And so you might have noticed from the previous chart, one of the things that we're going to cover here is we're going to help you move from information to inspiration. So we've actually been spending quite a bit of time trying to understand what's the difference between a speaker who gives you information and a speaker who inspires you to behavior change. And so when you walk away from this intensive retreat, you'll have a much deeper understanding of how to not just give information off, but inspire and motivate your audience. And so a sense of confidence will be there as well, knowing that it's science-based, and a sense of application will be there, knowing that, wow, what I'm learning is transferable. When I write a new speech next week or next month or next year, or when I write my next book, all of this can be applied into those modalities to help me to come across in a much more impactful way and bring greater value to my audience.
Love it. Okay, so final question, where can we learn more?
Oh, great. Thank you for asking that. Well, you can go to speechonabeach.com and you'll be able to register there. I do want to let folks know that these are small groups of cohorts. And what I mean by that is we're really talking 8 to 10. We try not to get any more than 12 seats in there because we want to pay specific attention to you. So seats are very, 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 did I say very? They are very, very limited and they're already going as we speak. And so folks can register there. They can also sign up to get some additional time to chat with me if they've got additional questions as well. We provide that opportunity to be able to give them the answers that they're looking for.
Amazing. Thank you so much, John. This sounds so exciting, and I know you'll have a fantastic retreat.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it very much. And thanks for allowing me to be your guest today.